Wow, wow. How did that happen? Oh, looky what I found here.
You can see Sam there on the front camera.
Scott, can you turn that camera off and make it beep one more time?
Okay, sure, let me see what I can do for you. One of these.
Ooh, somebody give me one of them.
Hey guys, a warm welcome back to the channel. Now recently I've been finding myself looking for something slightly different than my usual brand of choice. Everything from old to new, even the old muscle car thrown into the mix, which makes total sense because fuel prices are so reasonable lately. Now, in the past, I have imported several Ferraris from the US because it was much cheaper, even with the shipping and the import taxes, to do so. And I want to find out if it's still possible to do that, and not just with Ferraris, but any kind of interesting car. So my good buddy Sam Crac took me on a Copart tour to look at some interesting finds.
Just look at this, Scott.
We have a lovely looking, very new X5.
Optional BMW laser headlights.
Nice wheels.
M brakes.
M brakes. Look at that. It looks brand new down here. Wow.
You want to see this?
Interesting. I quite like that. What's your take on the brown interior?
I like it a lot personally. I think it's one of the best colors they offer, actually.
Smells fantastic in there. You've lost your smell at the moment.
I can't smell. But
that is good. Look at that.
This is a very well-equipped car. It looks like it's got the upgraded leather seats. These
really
cars
good.
can be ordered pretty sparse, and this one has what looks to be everything on it. M Sport package. We've got the M in the sills here, and you can see it's brand new. And just wait till you see the number on the driver's side door, Scott. So here at the auction, specifically at Copart, they'll write on the driver's side window how many miles the cars have on it, so you can kind of tell. This means it's an all-wheel drive. It's got the in a little bit here.
Yeah.
You can tell.
So is this something that you would be, you know, this wouldn't scare you to do repair like this? Because you haven't really done too much bodywork repairs lately, have you?
Lately, no. So when it comes to frame stuff back here,
yeah,
the textbook way of doing it is cutting a lot of this out and replacing it, of course. This is so minor, in my opinion. I would pull this.
That could be pulled, right?
But yeah. Modern steels, and especially aluminum, which this very well could be in these cars, it doesn't stretch as good as the old stuff. But again, when it's so minor like this, I'd be more inclined to do this because okay, people always are gonna crucify me for saying stuff like this. I don't think it compromises the integrity of the entire car versus something like this. Okay, this is a problem, right? There's a lot of work involved here. I would pull this, see if we could get it really nice and straight.
Like you say, structural integrity down here, it's very low, minimum.
And it didn't compromise 3/4 of the car, right? 843 miles.
843 miles.
Totaled out.
Not even running.
Beautiful car,
really
no
nice
airbags deployed. You want to get in and see if it starts up?
Oh, shows the name on the dashboard.
Oh, it does show a name.
Oh, gosh. Well, it was a lovely car you spec'd up.
Her name is Nancy. Sorry, Nancy.
Sorry, Nancy.
We don't like to see this happen to your car, but nice car.
Really nice car.
Here is a cheap Corvette, a very, very cheap Corvette.
Very cheap. Probably. Problem with this, I guess, is going to be it's going to need quite a bit of money spent on it to get it working. And
well,
yeah,
probably be right.
Yeah. I'm not even going to go close to that. That is a health hazard. Wow. They look like they were probably pretty cool seats back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day.
Really.
In this day, they're not nice at all.
Not at all. But we'll move on from this one. Now another American car that has caught my attention. We do have these in the UK, but they are super rare. Hummer H3, yeah?
H3, this is the bottom of the range. If you're talking Hummers, the H3, it's based on Chevy's smaller truck, and well, they're pretty common. And again, you can get these ones pretty cheap. They made a special model for the H3 called the Alpha. That's the one that you really want. but it's really bad on fuel because it's got a big V8 engine under the hood.
When you say cheap, typical price on one of these?
This, anywhere between about $5,000 and $15,000. The spread is so much because Hummers are so in vogue right now. If you get a really clean, low mileage one of these, it's going to be worth north of the teens. An Alpha model I've seen cost well over $30,000 in really good condition. That gives you nice trim in the inside. That gives you an 8-cylinder motor. If I'm not mistaken, these have 5-cylinder motors.
Me being me, I only hear the number 5,000. That is a bargain for such a car.
So if we look on this one, it says it has 170,000 miles, so it's not quite a spring chicken. And well, let's look at the condition. I mean, you just look at how impractical it is. This is a big car, and look at how narrow the doors are. Pretty clean on the inside.
Let's have a look.
And they just left a lot to be desired with these. They're Hummers kind of in name only. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I like the original ones. Big open back. Really impractical. That would be cool.
And I think I missed telling you possibly the most important thing about the Alpha model. It also comes with a truck back.
Okay.
So it has a pickup bed in the back.
Yeah.
Those
that would
are
be
very sought after.
much more desirable for me.
Yeah.
It's all right though. For the money, definitely an interesting car.
If it was 5,000, look how clean the interior was.
Yeah.
Nice car.
Oh, looky what I found here. Hidden away. An old Rolls Royce. Now, I've been really thinking about getting an old roller like this. Silver Shadow. Definitely seen better days. It's probably been here a while. Sunk into the mud right down here. Look at this. I could just get that just for some garage wall art. Probably worth absolutely nothing, this thing. Let's have a look inside. Whoa, look at the leather. What are the chances of this actually doing anything? Nope, dead. I would love to get one of these in a little bit better condition, just to smoke around in it. Look at that. Shag pile carpets. Let's see, can we open this? Look at that. Huge trunk.
Now when you're buying a car, no matter where you're buying it from, dealer, private auction, wherever, it's best to have the full history, the full knowledge on that car. Take this Copart tour for example. Most of those cars are going to be sold online to people who have never seen those cars by pictures and information alone. So equip yourself with a bit more information by using CarVertical. Check out this Lamborghini Huracan for example. Now straight away on this Lamborghini, you can see it had previous accidents listed against it, but there's a whole host of other great information that comes with this. MOT failures, MOT advisories, if there's outstanding finance on the car, if it was used as a rental, a taxi, even a police vehicle, stolen vehicle check performed in many different countries, as well as a mileage check. But the main thing we want to see on this is the damage sustained to the front of this Lamborghini. And the cool thing about it is you can see the previous pictures of that damage. Now this is the kind of thing you really want to see if you're buying a car like this. Even if it is heavily discounted, you really want to find out how bad the accident was that was repaired on it. So make sure whenever you're buying a car, no matter where you're buying it from, you equip yourself with CarVertical, and if you use my link in the description below the video, you're going to save an extra 10% off your check. Gotta say a massive thanks to CarVertical for sponsoring today's video. Let's get back to the action.
So I have my Nissan Navara. One thing I notice out here is everything is so big. I mean, say no more, right?
This is a
what is this, Sam?
This is a Chevrolet 2500 HD, which is a Silverado.
Look at the size of this thing. This just, you just would struggle to use this on UK roads. It's just so long.
I think this means it's a half ton, right? So like a 1500 would be quarter ton. This is a half ton. This is very likely a diesel truck, a Duramax diesel. You can open this up. very desirable and pretty reliable. This one's not bad shape, Scott. I'm surprised. Usually people really work their trucks in this part of the country, and this one looks, again, the leather's really clean in it.
Not bad, not bad.
Should bring this one home. This has a bow stereo.
I could never use this on the roads. It's just massive. Look,
now, let's
that's
see.
the height of it and the length of it.
Does this have... It's stuck.
It's taped down.
It is taped down. How are we going to get in there, Scott?
Not bad. What else we got here?
Mercedes.
Another Mercedes, another Mustang.
This Mercedes has Fus. Is this an E55? I've wanted this Gen E55 for cheap. I will not buy one unless it's cheap. This is an E55!
AMG,
I've got to
lovely.
get this car. I've got to get this. Look at this.
120,000.
miles.
What's it like on the inside, Sean?
Oh man, the crash sucks, but not terrible. I already have one unfinished.
Is he bonkers?
E55. Let me get a second. Look at this thing. I'm going to take a picture of this. It's going on the watch list, Scott. Today is
Another Hummer. It's Range Rover and Hummer day today, isn't it? So this is the H2. What's the difference with an H2?
bigger, much bigger, you know.
Much bigger.
This was kind of its own thing when
Is
it
this
came
cool?
out.
Is this a cool car to have here? Oh, well, now you notice the difference. And this is where you see 320,000 miles. Look at the state of this. Wow. Really use. Stinks in there as well.
Yeah.
Even the back. Rare to see back seats just rotting away like that. This is one I wouldn't touch for that reason. Right there, white one.
Now, this
Another
is what you want
Hummer.
right here, Scott. Here you go.
5-litre
5.0
Mustang.
Mustang. Do you? Oh, you do have.
We
these.
have these. Yeah,
There's a guy over in the UK that's a bigger YouTuber than you. He's got one of these. Isn't he? Who is that?
That's not hard.
It's a guy.
A guy.
You know, I mean, he must not be that much bigger. I don't know his name.
Now, while we walk around finding potential bargains here in Tampa, I want to know how much it will cost to ship something back home to the UK. So let's get a quotation on a Ferrari I've shipped previously, and later on I'll show you a little loophole that makes it a much cheaper option. Have a guess in the comments below how much you think it's going to cost for me to ship a 1997 Ferrari 355, and then later I'll show you an 87 Testarossa, both valued between $50,000 and $60,000, and let's see who's closest. So we're using Ship My Car to get an instant quote on our 355 Spider. We're shipping it from the US, and we're going to go from a port here, and we're going to go from Miami because that is the closest to Tampa, to the UK. A value we've said is $60,000. It's staying here permanently. It's not owned by me in the US for the last 12 months. It drives and there's nothing else in the car. And this is the quote we get. So to ship the car port to port, £1,395. Then there's a load of other fees you can see here that come on top of that. Some of these you might be able to save on, like the homologation. That would be changing things like the headlights. But there's some standard fees here that will change depending on the value of the car and the type of car that you've got here. But we've got MOT, tax, DVLA, registration fee. So that comes to $3,674, which on a $60,000 Ferrari is quite manageable. However, you've now got to add on top of that duty and VAT. So 10% duty, $4,400, and VAT almost £10,000. So combined, that's just shy of £18,000. Now you might be able to save a little bit on that doing some work yourself, but not a lot. Now £18,000 on top of your $60,000 is a heck of a lot of money, which makes importing these kind of cars now really not worth it. But I'm going to show you a little later on another way where there is a small loophole.
Classic Mustang. Very, very, very nice. Whew, it's not going to open, is it?
Look at that truck, look.
Wow, wow. How did that happen? Okay, bit of an interesting one here.
That was smashed.
Something smashed into the back of that pretty hard. Crikey. Never seen anything like that. Well, did it, or is it just, it's just all come apart? All the leaf spring have come undone, haven't they?
You see that diff cover? That's an aftermarket diff cover. Wow, look, this was an M4, wasn't it?
Looks like it.
I wonder if it was it's got those competition wheels.
It's got the nice wheels, yeah. Carbon fiber, look. This is what happens to carbon fiber when it catches on fire.
That's the
carbon roof, yeah.
Wow, that's cool. I mean, it's not cool for the guy that lost it, but it's just cool to see this sort of stuff. What it turns into.
There you go.
Carbon fiber roof.
Really, really toast. I'm sure there's a channel that could rebuild this one though.
Yeah, I've heard that if you take the good section of this and you mesh it on a whole nother car,
it's basically a rebuild, right? It's a rebuild.
Yeah,
that's classified as a rebuild.
And then you take it into the DMV, you make sure you provide them with the original photos, not of this one, of the one that you grafted on and say this is the car, rebuilt, and they're cool with it. Second you show them this, oh, they're just gonna have a few more questions for you, I think.
Wow. Very interesting on this one. Let's just have a look in the boot down here, and it's like Christmas tree lights. Did that cause the fire? Who knows? Look at this. Unbelievable. Probably very expensive wheels, I would imagine, these things. Really, you can smell the burn though. Stinks. That's a nice colour.
This grey?
Yeah. So much choice of these things.
This one looks a bit more standard fare. It could be a V6, or they do make a regular Hemi. This one looks a bit more standard though. I would guess it's a V6. Still a nice car.
There is so much choice here. We can have a black one, and this one's slightly different. This is a wide body, right?
Wide body, so you see the wide arches. Let's see the interior. This one has an automatic transmission.
392, what does that mean?
392 is the cubic, well, you know, it's a
engine.
Throwback to the old, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can clearly see a lot wider this car. Brembo brakes again, very nice.
The other one,
bit more damage.
Yeah.
Bit more damage on this one, but yeah.
Every time I see one of these, Scott, I kind of want to buy one with the stick shift, of course.
Yeah, this is not a stick again, and we got some airbags that have gone off on this.
You got the B on the seats.
B on the seats. I like the seats, but I like that. Really cool.
Kind of got that. Is that like a houndstooth?
Yeah, houndstooth. Very, very cool. Like that. There you go. Lots of choice.
This is what you need right here. I bought a cheap Corvette, and the world loved it.
Now this is the one. This is the one I think, Sam, this is the one you should get.
That's a nice one.
Something like this. 30,000 miles. Good colour. Nice wheels. This is nice, Sam. This is the one you want.
Scott, I would never spend. That's 13,000. You know how much that car is going to sell for?
This is lovely. Check this out.
What's the...
Woo! Smells like new in there. Huh?
Supercharged.
Really nice car.
The new ones, they write the horsepower in the badge, P525, and I'd assume that means that it's supercharged to get to 525.
It's got to be for me.
That's right. Is that, who in your family has the letter G as their first initial? It's a piece of junk, Scott. We're not buying this. We're buying the E55. What was the other car I really wanted?
Another one.
That's a Charger. This is a
Charger.
four-door. Look, four-door.
Oh.
Yeah.
Same badge.
Look at this thing. Let's go look at this. I just always want to see what...
Major ones. What else we got here? Oh, nice BMW. This is pretty cool. unknown. Clearly had a bit of a smash. B58. Now, wow, must have a wrap on it. Airbag's gone off. Interesting one. A lot of carbon in there.
Is this a rat rod? What is this?
I don't know, I was hoping you could tell me. It's definitely an American thing.
This is like a rat rod that they
This is a
cut.
rat rod.
I think that's what they consider a rat rod. Or...
Okay, so this is the real Ratarossa thing. And then there's another really cool one over here. I like this. I have no idea what it is. Got some big wheels on. Nice wooden deck there. Oh, the door's open. Oh, yeah.
Look how narrow it is in there.
Yeah.
Trying to fit in.
I got this whole backpack on, forget that.
Did this, I think this bent.
So yeah.
This got some big engine in it too. Is this an LS? Looks like it.
So this is our 87 Testarossa. We've picked up for a bargain price of 50,000. It's a bit of a fixer-upper. This one's coming from LA and it's coming to the UK. Shipping costs are almost identical from Miami on this one, £3,500. And again, you could probably save a little bit of money here and there on some of the conversions doing it yourself. But the big difference here, the small, not really a loophole, but it is just the way of using the system, is the import duty and the VAT. So there's zero duty on this one, and the VAT, unlike the 355, which was almost £10,000, is now 1,865. So our combined total there is just over 5,000. You can probably get that less than 5,000 with a bit of work yourself. So it then makes those kind of cars that fall into that bracket over 30 years old a lot more desirable, a little bit cheaper, and potentially something to still be on the radar.
Well guys, there you go. To summarise, in my opinion, it is just not worth it. Anything less than 30 years old with all the extra shipping costs, the taxes and all the duties, it's really not financially viable. You'll end up paying more than you would by getting a car here. However, there's always an exception to the rule, and that little loophole of most cars being over 30 years old, that really means that things such as early Ferrari 348s, there's still potentially bargains to be had. Anyway guys, hope you learned a thing or two about it. If you did, don't forget to give it a good old thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I've got to say a massive thanks to my mate Sam Crac for the in-depth, very cool tour in the Tampa Sun of Copart and all of his knowledge about the American stuff that I have no clue about. Hope you enjoyed it guys. Don't forget you can check out also what I get up to on a daily basis over on my Facebook, on my Instagram. I'm trying to grow the Facebook following, so if you want to give that a follow over there or a like on Facebook, that would be really most appreciated. Until the next time guys, I'll see you very shortly. Ciao for now.